Hello, everyone. Lovely to be with you this beautiful morning. So, if we can turn our attention inward and welcome our experience as it is. Effortless, welcoming, the intention is love, not any personal goal or any personal gain. It's not about gaining some personal wisdom. Rather, it's a sort of dive into not knowing, the effortless quality of our being. Can turn your attention to your body. And invite every sensation in the body to its complete freedom. It's a vast space. As you dive into it, the mind dissolves in the vastness. We are not trying to do anything. There is a vastness, an aware presence, awareness. which is sufficient unto itself. Seeking nothing, needing nothing. And yet it loves to dive deeply into itself. This quiet, still, alive, awake, and peaceful, effortlessly peaceful. Within this peaceful, aware presence, there are no divisions. It's harmonious, no need for defending, justifying, protecting. Adjusting, avoiding. All of that is completely absent. Effortlessly absent. You are this effortless absence. It's your true self. the ground of being. The mind's chatter is always about a personal entity that is feeling possibly threatened, unloved, feeling hurt, feeling misunderstood. This unexamined me belief and feeling. It habitually resists, argues, struggles to experience something else. The chatter of the mind is an attempt to provide some security to this fictitious entity. It is said that the way out is in. To get closer and closer to that which seems to be troubling. to go there in complete vulnerability, interest, exploring, discovering, and being willing to be discovered. In a malleable way. Yes, there may be the understanding that this personal self is a fictitious and yet there is the exploration of how things appear within the body mind in spite of this understanding. To let go of our knowledge, not to worry. It does not let go of you. It does not let go of itself. But to be willing to go to these places within our body mind that are habitually overlooked. I have to be interested and not holding on to any conclusions, any personal attainments. You have to let it go.
Yes.
You put your ice cream in the refrigerator instead of the.
There is a quality of interest our interest in this inner discovery, quality of stillness and awake, open, deeply silent. Interest in discovering, listening, sensing, trusting, not knowing, trusting being, and bottomless love. So, if you have any questions, anything that you would like to explore, please make sure to unmute yourself and turn on your video. And you can raise your hand by using the react button on the bottom of the screen. So, any questions? Any questions? Hey, Holger.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
First of all, thank you for the meditation. You used the phrase transmission of ignorance once in a while in the past. So our minds are in a way misguided. Our attention is misguided.
It can be, yes.
And there I would just say that my discovery is that when my attention got habituated in a certain way to focus on objects, and in this focusing on objects through many, many years, I lost touch with open awareness. I overlooked open awareness and got totally pulled in to an attention. I got zoomed into an attention that only acknowledges objects. And through the zooming in on objects, the sense of me rose, and with it came suffering. And my experience right now is that it's, on one level, it's embarrassingly simple, the whole thing. I simply allow myself to zoom out, come back into my natural state, and it doesn't take any effort. And then I have object and open awareness together. And open awareness is the aspect that provides the love and the wisdom. And the tricky part for me was just that there was an enormous fear in letting go of this zooming in state. And on one level, it's just so ridiculous how beautiful life is and how long it took me to see this simplicity of simply zooming out. Which is not a mind state.
Yeah, when we are zooming in on an object, as you say, there is an inner realm that's also there that we usually do not explore. We overlook the imprint of, or what goes hand in hand with zooming out on object, focusing on grasping outwardly. There is an inner quality to that, which is fascinating to explore, to notice. And yes, in terms of focusing on objects, there are, of course, certain appropriate times where we need to focus on, like, driving a car, But outside of the necessity to focus on certain tasks or certain objects, it's interesting to explore a sort of unfocused or defocused gaze that sort of embraces everything by its quality of being defocused. So everything, in a way, is embraced in this relaxed looking, this relaxed listening, this effortless, open, relaxed listening and open looking. And there is a certain harmony in that way of perceiving. And when the attention is required, then effortlessly there is a focusing that responds to the call for attention, to focus. Yeah, so the background of awareness, presence, stillness, which is unfocused, in a way moves to the foreground as a way of speaking. Life is always inviting us to look, to explore, to examine, outwardly and inwardly.
Even this discernment, inward and outward, isn't it just mind stuff?
No. No.
Who is aware of both inward and outward?
I'm sorry?
Who is aware of inward and outward? I mean, it's such a bullshit, this whole spiritual seeking, because on one level, it's the elephant in the room. I mean, why does it take us so long to see what cannot be put in words? Seems like a never-ending entertainment, and maybe that's just God's play. The main point I just wanted to communicate is that, and excuse my terminology, I'm just zooming in. My focus is only on objects. I overlook open awareness. And effortless zooming out includes object appearing in open awareness, in love and wisdom. That's all.
That is one aspect of the understanding.
And what am I overlooking?
You're overlooking the imprint of years of ignorance on the body, and how
real was this suffering, this ignorance? How real was this suffering and ignorance? I mean, I can forever study darkness and dig in dead corpses, like you used the word, dead corpses. When is enough enough?
It's never enough.
Oh, okay, good. I can go with that.
What? I am not hearing you well. What was that?
No, I said I can go with that. I mean, I can go with that. It's fine. Because the movie entertains itself. It's just the nature of the movie that it always has something to do. It's an infinite movie because there are always pairs of opposites.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
So the main point is the end of suffering.
That's one of the aspects.
And another aspect is harmony, the flow, like that it's a delightful movie, basically.
Inwardly and outwardly.
But if there is an inward and outward, yes.
Well, is there any sensation right now within your body?
Yeah, for sure. So,
Okay, that's the inward.
okay. But it's an appearance on the screen of awareness.
Yeah, the reality of all phenomena, inward and outward, whichever way we classify them, is, yes, awareness, consciousness, yes.
Okay, perfect. Good. Yeah.
To say, okay, that is an appearance on the screen of awareness, and awareness is real, yes, that's true, it is correct. But it's not sufficient. It's definitely an understanding that everything is an appearance upon the screen of awareness, or like waves within the ocean. Right? Yes, that's correct to make that statement. But it's not sufficient. We have to remain open and take a look within. If and what's up.
But from a sense of lack, is something missing?
No. I mean,
No. Okay.
it could be an old imprint of the sense of lack. It could be an old imprint of seeking love. It could be an old imprint of needing recognition. It could be a variety of things, in spite of your understanding that everything which is appearing inwardly is just images on the screen. There's still, there is an image with a certain message to be decoded, to be understood, to be perceived, right?
Is it a personal doing, or is it a self-balancing because there's love and wisdom?
All God's play.
Yes, okay. So I can just relax.
Not to overlook God's play. If what is being shared is simply perceived as God's play, so therefore leave it to God, then that's what resonates for you. And my invitation is, it is God's play. Leave it to God, but you are that. And the invitation, whether it resonates for you or not, is to remain open to this inner exploration, as well as the understanding about all is consciousness.
Beautiful. Thank you, Magdi. I appreciate this.
Thank you, Holger. Nice to see you. Any questions?
Hi, Mati.
Hello, Maria.
Hi.
Hi.
Just listening just now of the invitation is to remain open to the inner exploration of sensations, thoughts. Is that what you refer to the inner exploration?
Yes, but not so much thoughts, of course, thoughts as well, but more to the body.
Mm-hmm.
The body registers and has been registering information, and it is a part of the mix, the understanding about presence being our true nature, our true self. All is the self, all is consciousness is, of course, a key understanding. But as long as life is going on, there are there is an invitation not just to, of course, live dharmically, which is, but what goes hand in hand with living dharmically is to go into the body, to explore without the mind, to sort of go to these places in the body that may appear. I'm not talking about digging graves or something like Holger was mentioning, if I understood correctly. No. But to go to that which appears. Of course, it's not in our habit to look in silence and in stillness at what is appearing within the body. Our habit is to label, I'm experiencing fear, I'm experiencing anger, whatever, experiencing, I'm not being misunderstood, I'm not being understood. So we usually explore the body from a preconceived conclusion. That's not a true exploration. The true exploration, we don't know. We're just going there for the first time without the mind. There is a different truth being expressed in the direction of the body. You follow?
Yes. Well, the deeper truth being expressed through the exploration of the body.
It requires your silence. It requires your going there in complete stillness and openness and vulnerability and interest.
Mm-hmm.
Without knowing and without personal intention, outside of just an interest and love to explore because something may be revealed or not.
Uh-huh. Mm. Without the agenda that this deeper truth will somehow arise because I'm doing this.
No. Absolutely, you're right. No.
When you said the deeper truth, and then now it feels like, oh, there's another golden nugget there, to be found.
There are golden nuggets, and but where our interest in truth is impersonal, it's just guided by love and interest in the revelation of this experience, deepening our understanding, which is God's understanding. It's God's play, like Holger was saying, in this experience. It's not a personal endeavor. You follow?
Yes. Yes.
It's just
Yes. It's so easy to fall into that and to become a project.
oh, I see.
The Deeper Truth Project, it's called. Maria's going to go looking for the deeper truth in silence and openness.
Well, our interest in the deeper truth, or our interest in truth, or deepening our understanding, comes to us. It doesn't come from us.
Mm.
So we recognize that there is an interest in love, in understanding and deepening the understanding. But it's also understood that it's not personal. It's just a love, like a pianist, loves to play the piano. It's not a personal decision. It's an inspiration. You see?
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Mm. When you say that it requires silence and stillness, it's is it like the silence of stillness of sitting still, like in meditation, or is this the silence and stillness that could be in the midst of activity or in the midst of relating to another, or all of the above?
It's a silence and a stillness that arises from the understanding that we cannot listen when the mind is busy,
Mm.
or when the mind is
Mm.
carrying some belief structures, or is loaded.
Mhm.
So we invite ourselves to the quiet, inwardly, and maybe outwardly, I don't know, but mainly inwardly. Sometimes it's outwardly. Sometimes we need to just sit with something and sort of close a door. And this may be helpful sometimes to dive into what's going on in the somatic realm. Not so much to understand it with your mind, but just to go there and be discovered somehow, as opposed to discovering. So it's just both discovering and being discovered.
Mm.
It's sort of a silent process of listening and looking without knowing. Is an aspect of love. It's not about reaching any conclusion. You follow?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking back to a couple of weeks ago where I could not speak and my throat was seized. And this seemed like a very strong calling of the body to pay attention to it. And as you say, without the story, but it does feel like there's a somatic, something's being somaticized. I mean, and then, yeah, then I'm going to the mind and analyzing what is this something that's been somaticized. Yeah, it's very easy to fall back into that, into the analysis of things.
Right.
So it feels like there's the wisdom of the body, like a gift almost, this not being able to speak, so that I would sit in silence, like actual silence,
Yeah.
actual silence of not speaking, and just explore the sensation that
Yeah.
was there. Um, yeah, it's beautiful. It's a gift.
Sometimes when we go into these things, we just sort of dissolve in being and this. And sometimes we notice something about an old pattern.
Mm. Mm.
Again, I'm not talking about going and digging for these things. I'm talking about just noticing what's happening within.
Mhm.
When it speaks to you anyway, I'm just pointing to that direction.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. I mean, it feels like there's this sense that it points to an old pattern of not speaking mindfully or speaking unnecessarily.
Yeah,
And
possibly,
yeah,
possibly, or speaking or acting uh, w- without really having this intimacy with the somatic place that's out of which we're speaking or acting.
mhm. Yeah. And there is this kind of invitation of to pay attention, to be mindful.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean the mindfulness, at least the way we speak about it here, it's about the what belief structure is operating at the mind level in the moment. Am I believing myself to be personal entity, limited self, and also mindfulness to what we're talking about, the somatic aspect of the body in the moment. What's somehow more like a non-mental.
Yeah, it almost comes like an insight, like a whisper, like a
Hmm.
like a gentle friend whisper,
Yeah.
It's very quiet, so it's easily disregarded.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I see. Hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes it screams. Like the time I couldn't speak, that was like a screaming. Almost like a slap of like pay attention. Mhm. Yeah. It's beautiful. Yeah, beautiful exploration.
Lovely to see you, Maria.
Same here, Magdi.
Yeah. Any questions? Very lovely to be with you all. Thank you. Be well. Okay.
Thank you, Magdi. Thank you all.